Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. I do want to welcome everybody to this Sunday edition of a Crypto Empire live stream. I hope everybody is having an amazing weekend out there, or if it's already Monday for you, if you're on the other side of the world, I hope you're having a great start to your week. We do have a lot to discuss here during this live stream as we are getting that corrective move to the upside in the cryptocurrency market that we have been anticipating for several weeks now. So I'll be going over that corrective move during this stream, going over a ton of altcoin setups, my sentiment, my outlook on the market, news, and a ton of other great things. So be sure to stick with me until the very end. I can see we already do have 14 viewers here and only 6 likes. Go ahead right now and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Help spread the Crypto Empire message to more people who are viewing cryptocurrency content on YouTube. Big shout out to X Shadow Media saying, finally, I catch one of your streams in time. Awesome that you can make the live stream today. Great to see you here, X Shadow Media. Also, big shout out to Dalton Moore saying, what's up, Empire? New week, new opportunities. Let's dominate. We are here to dominate the cryptocurrency market. Big shout out to Dalton Moore. Shout out to Ashok Kumar saying Cardano update. We'll get to a ton of altcoins, so be sure to stick with me till the very end. Also, Mango Juice, Tori, Jazzy, Glasshopper, White Jazz. Everybody is in here today. Amazing to see you here. Let's get right into the show. We do have a lot to talk about. Let's not waste any more time with the crypto market overview right now. So taking a look at the crypto market, one can see we are still at a $1.15 trillion market cap. Bitcoin trading at $23,677. We do have the typical Sunday weekend price action where we go sideways, no direction, quick pump up, quick pump down, flush out a bunch of leverage traders, the usual Sunday shenanigans that we do see here in the cryptocurrency market. So inside of the Discord, as well as here on YouTube, I've been saying, right, be careful this weekend, expect the usual shenanigans to take place. And just to show you what I'm talking about here to anybody who hasn't been looking at the charts, I will show you this Bitcoin chart. Look at this candle here, right? Just typical stopping longs and shorts out. That's what we expect on Sundays, but nonetheless, we'll be going over this chart in a lot more detail in just one moment. Ethereum trading for $1,710. That $1,725 price level has not broken yet. When Ethereum manages to break that level to the upside, it is going to send altcoins flying. Ethereum is dictating the path for alts right now, and when Ethereum gets that next move up, a ton of your altcoins, if you are trading them, are going to pump hard. All right, so that is something to look forward to there. We also have BNB at 288. We have XRP at 38. Cardano at 52 cents. And then we have Solana and Polkadot. Polkadot ripping today while the rest of the market is relatively flat. But that is our top 10. Taking a look at today's top gainers, we have Filecoin up 83% on the week, 16% on the day. We also do have ICP, right? We talked about ICP in the previous YouTube video. We did discuss that as well ahead of time, this pump coming up. So shout out to everybody who took that ICP long. I know we had some Discord members absolutely crush that one. And then we have Arweave.Aave. Some big news about Aave creating a stable coin. Aave, one of the market leaders during this corrective move to the upside. So it's always good to see the coins that started the rally continuing to follow through. That is a good sign that the market is still strong, right? Aave was one of the first to rip up. It was trading in around $60, jumped right to 90, now trading at 101. So things are looking good. Market is relatively bullish right now. Looking at the losers, not a lot of losers at all, right? Biggest loser is 7% right now. So that's your crypto market overview. And yeah, let's hop into the charts now, because mainly I do want to be looking at altcoins, charting altcoins, and setting up trades here during this stream. So let's get into that right now. By the way, shout out to Mango Juice saying Crypto Empire to the moon. Yes, we are early here in Crypto Empire, only in our second year, and you know, things have gone amazing so far. We are indeed going to the moon. I've been saying that since the start, since I started this channel, this community. We're going to the top here, and I appreciate everybody with me here in the early stages. Jazzy saying, always good tuning into the live stream of Crypto's Finest with a crown. Jazzy, you are a legend, man. Always here in the live stream, hyping everybody up. Good to see you here. Appreciate your big support. And of course, Glasshopper asking for hype in the chat. And we also have Darius saying, what's up, Connor? Alice saying, hi, hope you're well. Doing great, Alice. Thank you for asking. Shout out to Daria. Nothing much, right? Doing the usual Sunday live stream. Shout out to Labradoodle saying, hey, Empire, hit that like button. Absolutely smash up that like button right now. We do have Spaceboy and Kitty saying, morning from Brisbane. Bitcoin just started to dip again. Yeah, let's look at Bitcoin right now with our Bitcoin technical analysis. So Bitcoin is indeed dipping very slightly, but still at support right now. As you can see over here, $23,600. Currently, that is your closest support on the chart. And then we do, of course, have the top of this red shaded area. This is indeed a support trend line, or a support line, I should say, here at $23,400 approximately, right? So we do have our weekly candle close in around 2 hours time now. So we're going to see how the market does open up this week. I'm expecting a lot of volatility during this weekly candle close / weekly candle open in 2 hours time. Expect the volatility to pick up. So if you're already long, be sure to protect your profits or protect your downside by moving your stop loss up. And of course, you want to incrementally scale out of your trades when they do hit profit targets. But 2 hours from now, we're going to see the direction that the week will start. Of course, equity futures going to be opening up and having an impact on the direction that this market does go as well. So with Bitcoin, really not a ton to discuss, right? We are still expecting this corrective move to the upside, but we can't be greedy here. The title of this live stream is this rally a sucker's rally? And it's only a sucker's rally if you're the sucker. If you play it correctly and you make money from it and you profit from it, well, then you come out on top. But if you get burnt because you get greedy, you don't take your profits, you enter late longs, you chase after the price, then you are the sucker and you are the one getting played. We want to be the ones dictating the moves here and making the plays, making the profits, getting out before this does turn around, because we are still in a macro downtrend. If we look at the weekly chart on Bitcoin, what do we have here? We just have continuous lower highs, right? We have the high over here at 69K, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower lows, lower lows. All right, so we are still in this downtrend. The U.S. did just officially enter into a recession with its second declining quarter of GDP. That's not a good thing for the market, right? People are less likely to be spending their disposable income investing in risky risk-on assets like cryptocurrency when they're in a recession. People are more concerned about basic survival, food, shelter, taking care of their family, right? Basic stuff like that. The average Joe isn't going to be throwing a ton of money at the market during a recession. So we are still in a global recession, right? Supply chain issues, a lot of stuff going on the global scale. Of course, there's some conflicts over there on the other side of the world. All this is baked into the cake to the point that we are still in this bear market, but this is a corrective move to the upside. Now, the first level you need to be watching is actually very close over here, $25,300. All right, this is when you really want to de-risk. If you're long, right, you should already be in heavy profits because we've been anticipating this move. A lot of altcoins have moved up very steadily this week, and we discussed entries several days ago that are now all in profit, right? So you want to make sure you move that stop loss up. But when we do hit this level over here at $25,300, you want to de-risk a lot, because there's a chance that we never make it up all the way to $28,650, right? This is the target over here where my arrow is pointed, 28,600. This is like the top that I think we will go here for this corrective move relief rally. But there's a chance that we never even make it there. In fact, the probability is pretty decent that we never make it up to 28,000, because there's the old scenario of when everybody thinks something is going to happen in the market is always right, and the market tends to not do what everybody think it is going to do, right? So again, we need to basically foreshadow, look into the future here, and anticipate that we never actually do make it up to $28,600, and instead start taking our money out before, and the first level to start doing that is over here at 25,300. All right, and that is very close. We're now at 23,500. If we pull a fib as well, we can see in the fib that our 38.2% retracement, our 23.6% retracement is very close. I'll go ahead and circle it right now to everybody. It's very close to this level over here at 25K. All right, so that is some added confluence right there. Already got tagged once. But anyway, this is the first level where you really want to be cautious and look to de-risk. I do think we make it to 25,300. almost a 99% chance. But at that point, we need to be careful basically, because that could be the end of this rally. And again, you don't want to be the sucker caught at the end going long while we're all out of the trades already. We already took our profit, you know, and we made our money, and now you're entering and you get waxed. I don't want to see that happen again. I want to see everybody dominate the market here at Crypto Empire. So just be aware, we're still in a downtrend. Don't get caught at the wrong time entering too late into positions. Very simply put, that's the weekly chart. If we go back to the 4-hour, we are dipping slightly. We're going to see if the support level does hold over here at $23,400 again. Let me go ahead and catch up with the live chat right now. We got Lord Juta saying this community is a boom. Indeed, we got that boom, boom, pow over here at Crypto Empire. Let's get some hype in the chat. I want to see some flame emojis, some rocket ships. Yeah, we're booming over here at Crypto Empire for sure. Big shout out to you, Lord Junta. We got Ashok saying 88 update. Randy saying the market is very choppy and I got caught up a bit. It happens, Randy. It happens. Just stay in the fight, my man, right? I don't want to see that sad face. Put a smile on, right? There's going to be a ton of opportunities. And, you know, we've been laying out some great setups in the Discord, right? So just, you know, follow along, keep paying attention, and, you know, just learn the lessons if you get caught, if you get chopped up a little bit. We'll go ahead and take a look at Cardano right now. I do like to trade Cardano a lot. Haven't touched it recently, right? A few weeks ago, anybody who recalls went ahead and long down here at 43 cents, right? But then I went ahead and moved my stop loss up to entry, and this little pullback stopped me out right at entry before things exploded. So yeah, even I got chopped out. I get chopped up sometimes as well, right? I do things like that. Nobody is perfect. Trading is an imperfect game, all right? There's no one correct way to do this. In a way, it is an art form where there's 1,000 ways to skin this cat, and everybody's going to play differently, all right? So I get chopped up too from time to time. Anyway, taking a look at Cardano, up here at 52.7 cents, holding the support level over here at 52 cents exactly, as you can see all of the wicks into the area. So really this is waiting for Bitcoin and ETH, mainly ETH. So we do want to have Ethereum obviously continue to the upside. We'll take a look at ETH in just 1 second. But understand here at Cardano, we're currently at big resistance at 54 cents. It doesn't take a genius to see how strong this resistance level is currently. All these wicks right into the 54 cent area, showing that yes, this is major resistance. So what does that mean? It means that when it does break, because we are expecting the market to continue higher here, but when this resistance breaks, we should see a pretty violent, strong attack, a berserker mode attack from Cardano to the upside here when it does manage to break this 54 cent resistance level. All right, so be cautious here. We're going to see how the week does open up. But nonetheless, 54 cents, you can take it for a breakout, right? Basically, if you want to play this, an idea is you wait for 54 cents to be broken. You want to look to see a retest and hold as support. And then you can go ahead and enter and catch all the move to the upside. Possibly we do go as high as 60, 65 cents up here into these areas. Right, if we look at the daily chart, we get a better view of this. Right up here at 65, 64 cents is a very juicy looking level for a profit target if we can actually manage to break through 54. But for now, we're going to see how the week does open up. But that is Cardano really waiting on Bitcoin and ETH. If you're wondering, Connor, where do you put your stop? You would want to put it underneath support. And as you can see, we do have a support line over here at around 50 cents. So you can look to put it basically just underneath there. And you wouldn't be risking too much at all if you went ahead and took that. You're risking around 4.69% to make possibly, you know, over 20%. So that's over a 3-to-1 risk reward. And as long as the market doesn't just decide to open up in a very bearish manner this week, we should actually see that continuation up further. Let me go ahead and catch up with the chat. We got Dino M saying hi from Croatia. Like for you, you have more $20 prediction. Dino, how you doing all the way from Croatia? Hope you're enjoying that Mediterranean Sea this summer. Absolutely beautiful over there in Europe during the summertime, especially in places like Croatia, Italy on the water. Anyway, for Polkadot, yeah, Polkadot's ripping up. We will look at DOT right now. And let me see what else is happening in the chat. We have End saying, I want to experience day trading. Can you help me with the coin in which I can do? I'm more of a swing trader here. I don't necessarily day trade. I do at times, right, where I'll take profit the same day I open a trade. But just watch all of my content, right? I have so many videos go to my channel, go to the playlist section, go to the trading tutorials section, where I show you basically how to find trade setups. It doesn't matter the time frame, because technical analysis can be applied to any market. Price action trading, what I do, some people like to use a ton of indicators. I like basic raw price action. That can be applied to any market. So go watch my trading tutorials on YouTube, all free for you there. I made a ton of free resources that will really help you out if you haven't watched those already to find your own trade setups. And I'll be sharing a ton of setups during the stream. So just watch, put your feet up, get a snack, get dialed in, get comfortable, because this is the Crypto Empire live stream where we dominate the market, and I will be sharing trade setups with you here. We have Don Ragnar saying USA manufacturing PMI data comes out tomorrow. If it's below 50, we're in a recession. If it remains above it, we'll give the Fed more resolve that we are not in a recession and rate hike more. Yeah, good point, Don. We're going to see how that report does come in tomorrow. But really, yeah, I mean, if we're not already in a recession, I mean, that will just put it over the edge, right, tomorrow with that report coming in. But yeah, we're going to see how that does impact the market, and interest rate hikes, right? Expect that to continue here over the next few months. Won't continue forever. It will eventually flip. The Fed will go ahead and flip dovish, and we'll start to print money again, and that's going to be very good for risk on assets like crypto. But for now, yeah, it's not looking too good. Good to see you though, Don, in the live chat. I know you are a big supporter of Crypto Empire, so shout out to you. We got Adrian Kent giving a thumbs up. We got 0xETH saying, "What's up, Connor and Dre? How you guys doing?" We're doing great, my man. And 0xE saying, "Don't forget to migrate Derby stars." Yes, 0x. Thank you for that reminder. I really appreciate you saying that. Yes, Derby stars did actually go ahead and migrate to Polygon, and you do have to migrate your horses from the Terra Classic network to that Polygon network. All right, so I should make a video on how to do that. Expect that early this week, because of course we are supporting Derby stars here at Crypto Empire. I'm a big fan of that project. They can do very well, right? Metaverse horse racing. Anyway, shout out to 0xETH. Some rocket ships. We got Patrick Van Hewen all the way from Holland. We got mad hype in the chat. Moby Sage saying, "Hey, have we missed the bottom for Matic, or is there still a chance for a low?" Moby, I do still think we're in this bear market, and I do think price will actually tank lower. Right, I think we will still see 16K Bitcoin, 18K Bitcoin again. So let's just go over this for a second. We'll get to Polkadot in 1 minute. Anyway, for Bitcoin right now, right, everybody is getting very hopeful. There's a lot of hopium in the market. Oh, this is going to continue. The bear market's over. I need to buy Bitcoin now at $23,400 because there's a chance it never goes back down to 20K. This is market psychology. This is what actually prevents a lot of people to succeed with investing in general. Because when we're down here at $17,500, when we're down here at $18,000, everybody's saying, "Oh, I don't want to buy Bitcoin now. It's probably going to go down more, and I can just wait. I'm not going to do it now. The chart looks so horrible." Right? Just the psychology is so opposite of what it should be, right? Because down here it's extremely oversold. You would expect a bit of a pump. And anyway, 18K is a great price for Bitcoin longer term. But now we rally up to 24 and everybody's like, "Oh my God, why didn't I buy it down here at $18,000? I have to buy it now." They all FOMO back in. And especially if we push up to 25 and 28K, so many people are going to FOMO back into this. But guess what? We are in a bear market. They are going to get rugged and this thing's going to go back down. Okay? So that's what I'm expecting here, and that does carry over to every single altcoin, including Polygon Matic as well. So just be aware. I still think we go lower here. I still think that we do make new lows on Bitcoin and the altcoins. So keep that in mind here. I do believe that this is just a corrective move to the upside in an overall downtrend. See what else is going on here. We got LG giving some flames. Shout out to LG. Shout out to Patrick's X Shadow Media saying, "What are your thoughts on Monero and Dero?" So X Shadow, great question. With privacy coins like Monero, I'm a huge advocate of Monero longer term. Dero, as well as a privacy smart contract blockchain, I think it has a ton of potential, but I am way more invested in XMR Monero personally. Now with Monero long term, I mean, it is just the perfect asset. It gives you privacy. It gives you the ability to conceal all of your transactions, right? That's how money should be. It's private, censorship resistant cash, basically. I think Monero will eventually outpace Bitcoin. I think Monero has more potential for gains than Bitcoin, right? If I can only pick two coins to buy besides Bitcoin, they would be Ethereum and Monero. Those two only. If I can only pick 2 coins besides Bitcoin, easily Monero is one of them. The other one being Ethereum. Obviously, Ethereum is, you know, the queen of crypto, where Bitcoin is the king, right? And yeah, if I can only pick 2, XMR easily in that list, no doubt. One of the most no-brainer cryptocurrencies on the market right here for the long term. I feel very comfy holding a bag of it. And Dero as well, I do think has a lot of potential as a privacy smart contract blockchain. Obviously, still getting developed. Not a big adoption, not a big community, but you know that's expected to change over time here. So we're going to see. They need users basically, but I do think it has great potential. Big fan of all privacy coins. Let's see, Nelson saying still bullish on HBAR. Yeah, I think HBAR is a very solid project. If you want to keep on buying it, obviously that's up to you. Nothing here is financial advice, but yes, I do think HBAR has the potential to be a big winner, especially being that it's an ISO 20022 compliant cryptocurrency. Those ones will get a nice boost because of a lot of retail FOMO. When retail comes back into the market, you guys need to understand, you know, you're watching me right now in the middle of the bear market, so big kudos to you for paying attention when most people are out not paying attention to crypto whatsoever. You, though, you're paying attention here, which is great. I commend you for that. But the thing is, you know, this is a zero-sum game. When retail comes back into the market, they're going to invest large sums of money into altcoins, right? Probably going to be meme coins again, like Doge and Shiba Inu, stuff like that. By the way, Shiba Inu, we're going to look at that in a second. But anyway, they're going to put their money into the market, but we're going to have already bought, right? We're going to be already positioned. So they're going to put their money in. Prices are going to go up because they put their money in, and then we sell. Basically, the game is... It's not, you know, very friendly, but the game is other people put their money in and we take our money out at a higher amount. We're taking their money here, right? As a trader, there's always one winner and one loser. So when retail comes back into the market, that's where we're gonna see things explode like we saw in early 2021. All right, so big shout out to everybody watching right now in the bear market, sticking around for that next bull market. If you position yourself correctly, you're going to be able to make so much money in such a short amount of time. So yeah, that's why we do what we do here at Crypto Empire. Because again, I want to see everybody who watches this channel in this community succeed. And you're here watching it in the middle of the bear market, which just puts the probability of you crushing it so much higher than if you were to just FOMO back in when the bear market or when the bull market actually starts up again. But that's the game we play here. Alice saying that Glimmer is bullish on Polkadot. Yeah, Glimmer's been ripping up. Glimmer is definitely looking good. Going ahead and breaking this range, right? We were just speaking about Cardano, how at the top of the range, once you expect that level to break, it's going to run. Here's an example of what it might look like with Glimmer. Going ahead and breaking the top of this range. And it does look like volume is good here. We'll see if we can get some follow through on Glimmer. Alice saying that DOT doesn't have tokenomics good for a pump. Yeah, DOT has a high inflation rate with their staking. And there's a lot of, you know, early VC investors, stuff like that. But it still can pump. Omar saying that we are in a recession. I agree. Alice saying no, we're not. That's pretty funny. I mean, the chat is just popping today, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at Polygon Matic. So Matic, I actually went ahead and outlined this trade earlier in the week, this past week for everybody in the Crypto Empire Discord. And from the time of that post, we are up just 6%. But I mean, if you're leveraged 15x, 20x, that's a take home right there. That's 100% gain. But anyway, Matic, it's very obvious what is slowing things up here. This level here at 95, 96 cents. If we go, let's zoom this out. Look at this long-term trend line going all the way back to the all-time high. All right, this is a major trend line here on Matic. And we have broken above, and now we're basically holding it as support. So as long as this trend line can continue to hold as support, we're going to get that push up higher, and Matic should fly. You have to understand, this is a break of bearish market structure here. Okay, a break of bearish market structure, especially very strong. This trend line has a lot of meaning here. It goes all the way back to the all-time high in November on Matic. All right, this is everybody looking for trades, right? Here you go, right in front of you. Matic about to pop this trend line. This is major here. as long as it can actually continue to hold support. Obviously, right, everybody who was alerted of this trade earlier in the week in my Discord, you can go ahead and de-risk. You can move your stop up. But anyway, there's a stop here at 79 cents if you haven't moved it to protect yourself to the downside. So it's a very small risk. And this thing can run up to $1.30, $1.33. Huge gain, right? Huge gain on the board here. And just to give you an example of a trade that can play out, when we get this break of bearish market structure, a break of this major trend line, we can look at something like ICP. This is a perfect example. Again, I showed this in the previous YouTube video. But if we look at ICP, we went ahead and we broke this trend line and we ran like 30% in a day. Right over here on the right side of my screen, everybody should be able to see it. We broke the trend line. Look at how many times this trend line goes back to December. Used as support many times, went ahead and flipped to resistance here, okay? Now this is the perfect example of what a break in bearish market structure does. We pump when we break these long-term trend lines. Again, the higher the time frame for your technical analysis, the more reliable it becomes. A trend line on the daily price chart is much more reliable than a trend line on the hourly price chart. So when we see this long-term multi-month trend line break, we expect a hard pump when it does actually break. So something like ICP could actually be a precursor to what happens on Polygon Matic here in the short term. All right, so Matic looking for a big break here, needs to continue to hold this trend line as support. Whoops, we want to go to Binance, not Bitget for our chart. Here we go, right? Matic looks very similar to ICP. So yeah, at a major spot on the chart right now, either we get slammed down and it's the end of the rally, but I think the probability is that we actually continue the pump from here, but we have to pop through 96 cents first. But Matic looking good, right? This is definitely available, to trade this upcoming week. Look out for that pump. And we got Glasshopper asking about Shiba Inu. Indeed, let's go look at Shiba Inu. So again, what do we have here, guys? This is a very good looking price chart. Why is it very good looking? This is the daily. Well, this thing has been going nothing but down for, if we measure how long this actually is, let's get our date and time range here in the chart, for 235 days. I mean, that's a pretty long time, right? There's 365 days in a year. That's well over half a year right here. It was going down only. This thing is oversold. And now what do we have? We have what's called a picture-perfect inverse head and shoulders pattern. An inverse head and shoulders pattern comes at the end of a downtrend to actually flip the trend to bullish here momentarily. So we have our left shoulder. Look at the volume in the left shoulder. It looks good. Head, I mean, the buying volume coming out of the head is super strong, stronger than the left shoulder. Typically, we want to see the buying volume coming out of the head lower than the left shoulder. But anyway, we'll let this one slide because the setup does look very good. And when we do get this corrective pump on ETH, this is probably going to break. And then your right shoulder has the weakest volume right before the breakout. When we do get the breakout, we're expecting a big move and this volume to spike as well on Shiba Inu. Right, another really nice trade idea right here for everybody wondering, what you should be trading. Look for the things that have strong setups like this. Shiba Inu, a perfect example of a great setup here on the chart. Now, we can take our measure and move price target on this inverse head and shoulders. How we actually do that is we take our trend line, we put it at the top of the head, and we bring it up to the neckline. From there, that is our measure and move. We go ahead and we duplicate it. We clone it here. You just right-click on the line in Trading View. You drag it to your breakout spot. And this is going to take us to approximately 0.0000. There's 4 zeros there, 2200. And from the breakout line, that is a gain of 80%. That's not bad right there. That's not too shabby. That does make sense if you look how it lines up perfectly with these resistance levels over here on the chart. So I like SHIB right now. Obviously, you want to place a stop. To be safest, you would put your stop loss down here on Shiba Inu. You would put it as low as here. If you want to play a tighter stop, you can certainly do that, right? Because currently that's kind of a big risk right there. That is a risk. Yeah, that's too much. That's 23%. This is a daily. So realistically, you would look to put it around here at this, beneath this low, or if we look at the 4-hour, I mean, yeah, realistically, you would want to put it below there. But anyway, if we do play the breakout, basically, if you play the breakout, you want to put it up much higher, right? Because you're anticipating the price to just continue to follow through. So yeah, that's Shiba Inu right there, looking very solid, looking very, very solid here. And this is a great risk reward trade here. So that's SHIB. Add it to your watch list. Obviously, they can go either way, but I'm just sharing with you a very solid trade setup that I see in the charts. So you can do what you want with that. But yeah, looking super good over here. Let me see what's going on. Ton to catch up. We have 56 viewers, only 32 likes right now. Go ahead right now, smash up that like button. If you're brand new here to Crypto Empire as well, be sure to smash that subscribe button down below. And of course, turn on all the notifications so you don't miss any future updates. Let me see what's catching up in the chat. Don Ragnar saying, big up, I never left. I've been watching with one eye while mad busy in my clinic, so I've not had a chance to engage in the chat. I'm a doctor and my clinic is in bull mode before summer holidays. Hey, good to hear that business is booming for you, Don, and thank you for keeping one eye open over here at Crypto Empire, tuning into the chat. Let's see what else is going on here. Ton to catch up here. My thoughts on Kadena KDA. Big fan of Kadena. But again, you know, I say when somebody asks me about Kadena KDA, if you look at this 4-hour thing, pumped. But with Kadena, you know, with its fundamentals, they're very solid, but it needs more adoption. It needs people to actually use the chain. But as a trader, all you do is you care about the price action. And again, what do we have here, right? This is an example of a nice breakout. Look at this chart. It's perfect. All these resistance touches, the door is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Finally, the door breaks and you get the violent breakout to the upside. And as you can see, obviously you want to take profit on that breakout because they don't just go up forever. They always pull back after a huge move. So my thoughts on Kadena right now, we could see some more follow through here, right? We could definitely see some more follow through. Look for a retest of the 194 area if you want to hop in around this wick here. Look for a retest. But yes, Kadena could easily, you know, consolidate for a little bit and then continue this pump to the upside here. Kadena, good coin. I like it a lot. Definitely a viable item to have on your crypto bear market shopping list. I think it will most likely do very well. And if we look at where it's been, the all-time high over here, let's look at the Qcoin chart. If we look at where this thing has been, also another example of a break of a trend line, a long-term downtrend line. When these break, they have a lot of meaning, right? These big long-term downtrend lines, you look for those breakouts, they're going to do very well as a trader. It's that simple. Just wait for the good setups. But anyway, Kadena to its all-time high at $28 from here is still a gain of 1,200%, 1,270%. All right, so well over a 10x there. Even if you just buy it and hold it spot, anticipating that it will go back up when we do get that next bull market. So yeah, Kadena, great coin. And if you're wondering how high it could go during this rally, I like this level over here at 325, where you really want to take a ton of profits if you're going ahead and trading this one. That's Kadena KDA. By the way, guys, we just got a $5 super chat from LG saying, thanks for putting the stream on. May the gains be with you. LG, thank you for your support, brother. I really appreciate the $5 super chat, and it's my pleasure to actually do this live stream. I know you guys get a ton of value from it. I also really enjoy doing it, so it's a win-win for all parties involved here. Big shout out to you for that super chat. Anyway, let's continue on with the live stream. I can see we got Mr. Sellers Homes with us. Mr. Sellers Homes, big shout out to you. We'll look at Uniswap in a second. We have Alex Lopez saying, been seeing that Justin Waller and the War Room G's they're going into Pulse Chain. Know much about that project, Connor? Yes, I am familiar with Pulse Chain. Shout out to Justin Waller. He's a G. But yeah, Pulse Chain. If we look at Hex, obviously it is the smart contract blockchain to go ahead and supposedly replace Ethereum by Richard Hart's idea. And Pulse Chain should be launching sometime soon. By the way, guys, we just got a $4.99 super chat from Mr. Sellers Homes showing a Shiba Inu dog. Thank you, Mr. Sellers Homes, for that $4.99 super chat. But anyway, Pulse Chain, I think it's going to do very well. Short and sweet. Obviously, the sacrifice phase is well over now. If you want to buy it, you're going to have to wait for it to go on the open market. Whenever Richard Hart gets asked about Pulse Chain, he always said it's on the developers to basically finish it. But now is the time to be building it during this bear market. But yes, I do think Pulse Chain will do very well. I do agree with the gentleman that you mentioned looking into it now. I think Pulse Chain will do very well. We got Isaiah saying, Connor still being a legend. As always, cheers, bro. Hey, man, I'm just living my life, right? I appreciate you calling me a legend. Thank you for that support, man. It means a lot. Shout out to you, Isaiah. Yeah, we're just doing our thing, right? This is just how we live. You know, we decide to do things a certain way over here at Crypto Empire to be different from the crowd, and I appreciate you seeing that in me and the entire community here. Thank you for your support, Isaiah. Patrick saying, why is Hex not listed on any big exchange? Well, maybe they don't want to, do business with Richard Hart. There's a lot of people that think, it's a big scam or whatever. I'm not sure an exact answer, but it's on Uniswap. It's on Ethereum. Anybody can buy it there, which is very good, right? So, not sure of an exact answer for that. Ozzy saying, are you lost a lot of money on Luna? Yeah, I got hit pretty hard with that Luna fiasco. I did get hit nice and hard there, to answer your question. But hey, guess what? I'm still standing here. White Jazz saying, thanks for the stream. Your thoughts on Layer 2 Monster Midas and Hot Coin Router doing big things and becoming Cosmos Layer 1 this year. Shout out to White Jazz for that $4.99 super chat. My thoughts on Midas, I like it. I do like this coin, right? A Layer 2 for ETH. And a good thing about it is the circulating supply is getting up there with the total supply. So there can't be a lot of pre-sale dumping anymore for this one, which is very good, right? You want to look to accumulate assets that can't be dumped on by the early investors, the venture capitalists. So I do think it has good potential to shine and pump during the next bull run. If we look at this chart, I was charting it a lot. As you can see, I still have one of these trade ideas over here on the chart from all the way back in June. And yes, it has been following the overall market here, right? We were looking at this a lot of Crypto Empire when it was below 20 bucks, now trading at $34. So that's a gain of around 82% there. But yeah, this is continuing nicely. The velocity of this trend line is maybe a little bit concerning, right? Because the steeper a trend line is, the more you do expect it to actually go ahead and break. But anyway, here on Midas, nice rounded, beautiful rounded bottom here. This is what you want to see. If I can draw this trend line here. This is another example of a break in a long-term trend line. Once it breaks, it starts pumping. That's just how things work. It's very simple TA. But look at this nice rounded bottom here. Looks great. With that being said, good chance that we do come back here down into the 20s after this rally is over. So I wouldn't FOMO and think that you need to buy it all right now. You're probably going to get another opportunity in the 20s. So that's my thoughts on Midas. And then Router, Hotcoin Router. Let's take a look at that. Router protocol. Are you talking about Root? If you're talking about this one, White Jazz, I can't really speak on it too much, being that I don't know much about this crypto. It's a cross-chain liquidity aggregator governance token. If we look at where it's traded. Samir saying, you told me to buy Midas at $14. There you go. Big shout out to Samir. Chiming into the live chat, saying that he was buying Midas at $14 because he was watching the Crypto Empire live streams. Thank you, Samir. I'm glad that it did work out for you with Midas. Good to see you. Thank you for your support. But yeah, I can't really speak on Root Router Protocol too much, White Jazz. I don't know too much about it. That probably isn't even what you're talking about. LG with a $5 super chat saying, any thoughts on QRDO as a long-term hold? Great question. Curito QRDO. Great project, but the problem with this one is the tokenomics are not favorable at all for a retail investor. The tokenomics are favored for the early investors, the people that got special early access to this pre-sale. That's a problem. That's a very big problem, right? If you look at the supply, I mean, the founder, the CEO has said, I'm not sure exactly his word, so don't quote me on it, but he said, the supply is going to be much lower than 960 million. Anyway, there's 93.9 million in circulation tokens. But anyway, yes, the tokenomics of this are not favorable at all for retail investors, but it's a great project. All right, so if it can get the adoption that it's looking for, then it can do well. But the thing is, you don't want to be the exit liquidity for the venture capitalists. And that's why the chart looks like this. That's why the chart looks dismal and depressing and horrible, really. It's just a horrible looking price chart, just bleeding out, because there's so much of these tokens with early investors that they just sell it. They're still up. I'm not sure the exact value of the pre-sale. I can look into that. I did see it at one point in time, but basically, I would wait for lower personally. Does it have potential? It certainly does. It's a very investable project. It has a very strong fundamentals, but just the tokenomics are not favorable at all for the retail investors out there. That's the thing with QRDO. Hope that answers your question though, LG. Thank you for your support, my man. Patrick, Metis is mother of Vitalik. Yes, I do believe that that's Vitalik's mom's coin. Shout out to Joel Barger saying solid and consistent content. Much love, Connor. Thank you so much, Joel, for your support, my man. I greatly appreciate those words of encouragement, my guy. Thank you, Joel. Moby Sage saying loving the positivity and excitement here today. Great community, Connor. Thanks for leading us. Moby, I love to do this. Thank you for being here all the time at Crypto Empire. Your support is greatly appreciated, my man. Big shout out to you, Moby Sage. So much to catch up on in this live chat, guys. Florent, shout out to you, Florent 1980. I missed your comment before saying great live again. Stay strong together in this bear market. Do you still think Bitcoin can go lower than $17,000? I do think that Bitcoin actually can go below 17K again. If we look at this chart, as we talked about in the beginning of the stream, at 25K over here, we're going to start being super cautious. Bitcoin going ahead and pulling back right now with an hour and a half to that weekly candle close. So we'll see what happens there. But yes, I do think Bitcoin can definitely go below 17K here. Right, I would not count it out whatsoever. Pretty decent probability we do get that. Patrick saying that Kusama will make him a lot of money. Kusama, good project for sure. We got Ann asking about Uniswap. We'll go ahead and take a look at Uni, as some like to call it. Uni going ahead and pumping to 974, hitting my green line exactly, and pulling back. Not a coincidence there. I didn't trade this one, but I did alert the Discord to add it to the watch list. Didn't personally trade it. But yeah, this is pulling back now. I wouldn't want to chase after this one, even though there's a good chance it does actually push up higher into the $13 to $14 levels. But yeah, that's Uniswap. Looking good, hitting that first. That would have been your first profit target level in 974, 975. And if we do get a pullback to the 750 level, then you can look to see that hold as support, and then you want to enter into the position here at Uni, right? Anyway, speaking about trades that I actually am doing myself, Engine ENJ is the one that did well for me this week. Engine, as you can see, I took my entry down here at around 57, went ahead and hit my first target at 69 cents with a nice long wick up into the area. Now pulling back, but anyway, this was a nice gain of over 15%. As you can see, this trade was posted in the Discord on July 27th. So ENJ hitting targets. That's what we do here at Crypto Empire, right? We smash these targets. Now we're going to see if we can hold this support at 60 and then push up to 75. If we do get this corrective move, Engine can easily get up to 85 to 90 cents here. So of course you take a ton of profits. Stop loss is already at break even. This is a risk-free trade, but good to see this one playing out, and playing out exactly as we did actually expect it here. Let's catch up with this live chat. Can you check out Singularity, Dell? So Singularity is the other AI. Oh no, you're talking about Singularity DAO, not Singularity Net. So AGIX is the other artificial intelligence crypto. Has a very strong team. This is pretty much FET AI's competition here. The two big artificial intelligence coins. But Singularity Net, or Singularity DAO, I should say, I'm not too familiar with it, so I can't really speak on it too much. We'll see what it does. If we look at the 14 days up 10%, yeah, I'm not too sure about this one. Don't know too much about it. But my guy White Jazz saying that I was looking at the correct route. And yeah, in the past 30 days, it is up 170%. If we look at this coin. So yeah, it's clearly at some big resistance over here. Just ran 170%, so I wouldn't be chasing after this thing, you know, with my cash out, saying I want to buy. No, it's not the case with this. It's at major resistance after it ran 170%. So just be a little bit cautious here with this. Congratulations if you bought it down here much lower at sub $2. You know, you're up big right now. But yeah, this thing is at a major resistance level on the daily price chart. And like I said before, the velocity of the trend line, this is a parabola here. This is like straight up. These don't last. Watch out for a break of this trend line here. It's a super low cap as well, right? It has a market cap of $34 million, meaning that just a few whales control this thing completely pretty much. So this was pumped by whales. So the whales can pull that liquidity as well. So just be careful. An example about that is a coin I covered in a video, XDB Digital Bits, down to 2.9 cents from 3.9 cents. Right? Look at the liquidity. The market cap of this thing is $23 million. If we go to the chart and look at the market cap, take off the Bitcoin and ETH. If we look at this market cap over the past month, this thing had over $50 million. Now it got cut in half. All right. This is, like I said in the video, this thing is totally controlled by whales. And this is an example of whales doing what they do with price action. When it's a low market cap coin, it is so easy to move the price. So just be cautious and be aware of the risk involved with these low caps. That's what happens. A big whale can pull millions and this thing can drop 50%. It's that easy. That's the game we play here while you invest in the super low micro cap cryptos. So just be aware of that. Be aware of the game you're playing. You know, there are some big fish out there in the ocean and they will gobble you whole if you're not careful. But yeah, XDB, an example of liquidity getting pulled, and just be aware that could happen en route. But anyway, yeah, this thing pumped 170% in 30 days, so great to see that. Let's see what else is going on. Opinion on Hedera. Like I said, I like HBAR a lot. Very solid, fundamentally strong coin. And as you can see here, going ahead and trying to break through a trend line here on this daily chart. Pulling back, a lot of sell volume, interesting here. But anyway, yeah, this thing broke a long-term trend line going back to May, multi-month on the daily, and you would expect this to continue up higher. And as you can see, this trade idea mapped out here. I'm not even sure when I mapped this trade idea out, but yeah, went ahead and worked out quite well, as you can see on HBAR. But yeah, we broke this trend line here, so look for the continuation, but you need to see the support hold. You need to see the retest hold as support on HBAR, and that's your level. 7.5 cents needs to hold as support here, or this thing's going to go back into the consolidation range. Another example of what happens again when you break above the resistance level. We looked at Cardano at the beginning of the stream. If we look at ADA again really quick, I'll show you what's going to happen with ADA when it wants to break above this level. Right, if we look at ADA, same thing. Nice resistance. Once it breaks above, it's going to run. Okay, so that's another trade idea right there for everybody at home watching, wondering what you should have on your watch list. But Cardano pulling back to support now at 52. And you know, watch if this thing goes back to 50, into the 50s. That could be a great entry. Thoughts on Near protocol and where it's going? Near, good coin. Another good layer 1 project. Right? Tons of tons of VCs in this one. As you can see, near also getting rejected at your resistance up here at 4.6 cents, $4.60. So when it breaks, it's going to pop. And it's at support right now. So we're going to see how the market decides to open up this week. If this is just a sell-off before we actually go ahead and pump higher, if the support levels hold. If these support levels break down, well then, where's it going to go next? It's going to go to demand. So if we look at near, we have a demand zone here on your 4-hour chart from $4.15 to $4. And then we also have another demand zone. If we look at the origin of where the rally started, down here at around 380 to 370, another demand level. And if we can see if that lines up with any fibs, which I know it will, right? You have your 78.6 down here and your 50% there. So that's where I'd be looking for near on your support breakdowns. If you really want the highest probability, you want to wait for at least the 78.6 at $3.80. And your trade would look like this. Even just back up to resistance, you have a gain of 22% with a 2.6 to 1 risk-reward ratio, which is quite good. But that's near, and that's just to resistance. You would expect the resistance to break, and then we can run to the 0.27, which is a 30% gain, and the 0.618, which is a 41% gain. So yeah, there's gains to be had on near. Mark these levels on your chart, set your alerts, and watch for that pullback if we lose support here on near protocol. All right, guys, we are going to take a look at a few things. Right now, we have been crushing this live stream so far. Let's move on to some Twitter wisdom very quickly. So here we are looking at the Bitcoin Archive Twitter account, and it's saying that the Binance CEO CZ is saying that the market is healthier now than when Bitcoin was at $68,000. I agree. That is because a lot of garbage is getting flushed out from the market. We want the market to get rid of the garbage coins because they don't do anything useful for us. If we look at Bitcoin dominance continuing to go down, right, we are in a little bit of a mini altcoin season here. Coming back down to the support level at 41.5%. All right, so this does still have a little bit room lower to go, which is bullish for your altcoins. That's why we're taking a lot of time and looking at these alts. Another thing, if you're looking at the dollar, the Dixie, this can pull back further as well, which again is bullish for your alts with the inverse correlation. Bullish for risk on assets can pull back another, another percent. So, yeah, that's good. All in all, that is pretty good to see for the dollar and the Bitcoin dominance levels. Showing signs that we can actually continue to push up higher here. We do have, we can cover some news, but I'd rather just look at charts personally. Ethereum Classic tripling, right? Ethereum Classic basically pumping off of the narrative of the Ethereum merge. And this is just getting pumped again by whales. I would not be chasing after this thing at all. This chart is just ridiculous. This is a ridiculous price chart. And yes, as you can see, I have some markings on here from many months ago. But ETC making it back up to $37. It made it to $46 before pulling back. And this thing is just pure hype speculation on the Ethereum merge narrative. It's getting pumped. So interesting here. I would not be chasing this. Most likely it's going to break down and make lower lows back into the single digit price levels. But yes, Ethereum Classic, what a chart. But with that being said, guys, we only have limited time left here. So go ahead and ask me questions about coins you want me to chart here before we won't look at news because it's not really that relevant right now. Let's just talk about this corrective move. Ian M saying, love this channel and your crypto market analysis. Everyone here in the chat should subscribe to this channel. It's so underrated. Thank you, Ian M, for those words of encouragement, for all of your support. Always great to see you here in the live stream. And yes, a lot of people haven't discovered Crypto Empire just yet, but with time and persistence, that will change, and we will become the go-to source for cryptocurrency education, knowledge, trading skills, etc. on the internet. So we are early here at Crypto Empire, and I'm glad that you can see the vision before everybody else, Ian. Early adopters will get rewarded. Patrick saying, today sold half of my AVA, stacking the big pump. Awesome. Randy's saying, let's get some good trades in this week. I really need a good one. 100%. We're going to be looking out for the good setups, Randy. 100%. We'll continue what we're already doing. Alice saying, any thoughts on decentralized IDs like Kilt, Luxo, and even Energy Web Token? You reckon identity tokens and ecosystems will shine the next bull run? I do think decentralized identity tokens will do very well. It is needed. It has an actual use case in the market. Another one is CVC, Civic. Civic getting some adoption or some press headlines, some news recently. This is another identity protocol. Obviously, Kilt on Kusama, very good. This is an identity management tool for Web3. And their founder, Vinny, is a very prominent cryptocurrency. You can call him an influencer. He's big on Twitter. But down 88% from its all-time high. And yeah, I do think these will do well. I think they will do very well in the future. I remember looking at CVC in late 2020 when it was around 6-7 cents. Didn't buy any, but then it ran to, $1.35. So yeah, CVC, Kilt also good. Kilt protocol. All these are relatively low market cap, meaning that they can do very well. Kilt very big within the Kusama, the .sama community. Super hyped up during the whole downtrend. But anyway, now is when you want to be a buyer, when it's down 95% from the all-time high on Kilt. But yes, I think decentralized IDs are a big narrative going forward. Shout out to Sniff. Good to see you, Sniff. GMAD asking what are decentralized DIDs? Decentralized identity is what DIDS stands for. Isaiah is a big fan of HBAR, yes. McNaz96 saying, do you think FTX will run next bull run the way Binance did the past bull run? McNaz, great question. FTX is Sam Bankman-Fried's coin, FTT or ticker symbol. Yes, I do think FTT is one of those cryptos that even if you hate the guy, if you hate Sam, you should still maybe own some because it's gonna do well. The guy is the robber baron of the crypto community, or the crypto industry, I should say. He's the guy who buys everything, right? He runs the show pretty much. His token, his exchange is only going to continue to grow in dominance. So FTT is a very, very safe bet, a safe investment. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but if you're looking for high probability investments in this crazy wild west of cryptocurrency, FTT is for sure one of them. Yes, to answer your question, McNaz. Prediction on Fetch AI. I still like FET. Obviously destroyed hard this bear market. Looking like it's going to come alive a little bit. What do we have here? Just consolidation. When it breaks above the resistance consolidation, and it moves a little bit, but it can't close above the level. So if it needs to close above this 9.5 cent level here. Prediction on FET, it can easily get back to the dollar plus. I mean, I've been saying it can go to $5, 3 to 5. I still think that's possible. The fundamentals of this coin haven't changed. It just got sold off crazy hard in the bear market. Glimmer as well, GLMR. If we look at Glimmer on the daily, again, attempting a breakout, but these wicks are concerning. We need to see closes above this resistance, and it's not closing above the resistance line, which isn't encouraging. All in all, we've been speaking about Glimmer from when it was in this pennant. I said it was going to break down lower. It did break down lower into the 50s, right? That was a good spot to DCA. I do still think it can make a lower leg down into the 30s, okay? I do still think it is possible. But anyway, tons of potential with this project. And even buying here at 79 cents, it's not going to be the exact bottom, but I think if you just DCA and wait, it could be 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years. But it most likely will do very well. It is basically the Ethereum of the Polkadot ecosystem. You can merge all your Ethereum dApps right into Polkadot seamlessly with Glimmer. Right? It was built for that reason in mind. So I like it a lot, but for a continuation here, we have to close above this resistance level, or else we're going to come right back into the range, back into the 60s, and just chop around some more. But anyway, if we do get the relief rally, we're going to 109 as its highest point here. All right, so if you're wondering how high it could go, 109 would be your highest level most likely. Thoughts on ApeCoin? I don't love it. You can trade it, but I mean, it's not like the greatest asset out there. I don't really look at it too much, to be honest with you. I know we have a lot of Discord members who like to trade it a lot. Bitcoin dipping right now, back into our red consolidation zone. So we're going to see what holds as support here, right? This is the weekend. I expected this to happen this weekend, which what I was hesitant to enter into new trades. Really only interested in holding on to what I have and managing those positions. We're getting that weekend slump. So yeah, we're going to see what holds as support here. We do have a support level coming into play at 23.1K, 23K. And then below that, 22,600, this green line here. So that's your BTC outlook. Let's see what else is going on. Isaiah saying, tell me about Gods. I can't get any real info on it other than it being a card game-based crypto, and I'm not really familiar with that genre. I'm not too familiar with Gods. I think that's Gods Unchained. I'm not too familiar with it, Isaiah. Sniff, really bullish on Safe Moon Inu. Zero is a good coin. Do you think Pirate Chain has potential in the long term? It's definitely taken a beating lately. I do think Pirate Chain has potential in the long term. So we're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up, and this is going to be one of the last things that I cover. Everybody who is asking for specific coins, if you're in the Discord, asking in the Discord, I'll chart them there for you. But, we only have a limited amount of time here on YouTube for these lives. But anyway, we'll end it with this. If you are bullish on privacy coins like Monero, like Dero, like Pirate Chain, you are basically anticipating that people will get more educated about cryptocurrency over time. You're basically long, right? You're taking a long position on the fact that people will wise up to Bitcoin's privacy flaws and understand that there needs to be alternatives that actually deliver privacy in the cryptocurrency market. So if you are investing in Monero, if you're investing in Pirate Chain, you are anticipating that normal, average Joe people out there, all of your regular people, your regular workers, people just going about living their lives, doing the best they can to put food on the table for their families. You are anticipating that they're going to wake up, wisen up to the fact that privacy is needed in crypto. I do think certain events will play out that will lead to people waking up in this manner. But if you're bullish on Pirate Chain, I'm bullish on Monero, you are anticipating that people will smarten up, get more educated about how crypto works, and understand that there is a need for privacy. So Pirate Chain is filling a hole in the market. It fits the privacy narrative perfectly. So for that reason, I do think it does have long-term potential. All right, but again, Monero is your easy, no-brainer pick. If I can only pick, one coin to invest in, most likely it could definitely be Monero. Ethereum also up there, obviously Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin, we're going to see what happens in 5 years from now. Obviously quantum computing, people are saying Bitcoin's going to get cracked. In that case, we're going to see what happens with BTC if it does end up losing its number one spot. But I don't think that's going to happen within at least 5 years. Maybe 5 years from now, there could be some breaking thing happen where Bitcoin will lose that number one spot. But for at least the next 5 years, I don't see it moving from that spot. But anyway, guys, this was a jam-packed live stream. We took a look at a ton. Again, if you're not in the Discord, you should get your butt in there because all the people ask me for all of the coins. I will chart them for you if you are a member of the Discord. Check it out on my official website, cryptoempireco.io. Only $99 per month. And with that, you basically get a ton of access to me, all of my trade ideas, daily market updates. And I mean, just to show you, we mean business in here, right? If you look at the success tab, these are all members within the past week just crushing it on their trades. All right, so come join a like-minded community of hungry cryptocurrency traders and investors who are all here to win by joining the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. If you are trading and you're wondering which exchange to use, check out Bitget. You get a ton of free bonuses if you do use my affiliate link in the description down below. And of course, you support the channel, which I am actually grateful for. Appreciate everybody's support. But it is time to wrap up this Sunday live stream. Again, we're going to see if Bitcoin can actually hold support here. We're back in the consolidation zone. We do have our weekly candle close in about an hour and 10 minutes from now. As it stands right now, this weekly candle is still green, still encouraging. But yeah, it's probably going to close as this green candle here. So again, the worrisome thing is the fact that it's not closing above my red shaded area line. right? That is resistance, and price. Notice how it is not closing above that resistance level. It needs to close above there, right? We really want to see that close above. Anyway, we're going to stay cautious. We're going to see how the week does actually open up here. I will be giving all my updates on here at YouTube throughout the week, so be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Going to be pumping out a ton of more content here on YouTube. Anyway, thank you for all of your support, everybody. Hope you all have an amazing week. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you all very soon here at Crypto Empire. And